So, two recent releases, and these are my reviews for them. Let's go.
Fucking go! Let's fucking go. Whoop, whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
We will watch your career with great interest.
You are such a kid.
This is where the fun begins.
It's showtime.
And here we go.
Welcome into another edition of the Movie Geek Podcast. I'm your host, George T., and this is my reviews of Mother Mary and Lee Cronin's The Mummy, not to be confused with Brendan Fraser's Mummy. If you saw a couple weeks ago on the weekend box office report, I mentioned that people were thinking this was a Mummy 4 movie after the announcement that Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz was coming back. But this has completely nothing to do with that. And thank God. Let's just put it that way. Thank God. So these two movies, obviously completely different. One finished third place, which was The Mummy, and the other one was only in 3 theaters this past weekend. But I get to see it. So I will not tell you how, but I did get to see it. So, I'm not sure which one to start with first. I can tell you right now that I was not a fan of either one of these movies. I can make a... You know what? I'll make this one a short one as well. Let's start with Mother Mary, then. Because, I've got to say, I was completely lost in this movie. It's very ambitious, but at the same time, it is so slow burning that I was lost in the magical world that they put themselves in, and I'll explain really quickly. But long buried wounds arise to the surface when iconic pop star Mother Mary, played by Anne Hathaway, reunites with her estranged best friend and former costume designer on the eve of her comeback performance. Michaela Cole plays Sam. So they get together at at this photo shoot type thing, and this is where the story kind of just loses all momentum, because they start to reminisce about things, and then all these strange, weird feelings come up. There is Mary talking about this spirit thing that is following her around, like death, and how, Sam was the one that helped her out with this. And it just gets all weird, and it got so monotonously boring, because it was just the two of them basically just trying to comfort each other and try to figure out how they broke apart and how they can come back together to help Mary be the best she can be, basically. Again, there are some very odd, mysterious scenes in this movie. There's a scene where they're sharing blood cuts, and again, it was so slow burning. I completely lost interest in this movie. And I don't mind slow burns. I don't. I like movies that have an interesting plot that could be slow burning. But this had no interesting part about it. I can't recommend this movie. And maybe that's why it only showed on 3 screens. Possibly. Maybe. Fan score not very good either, so I was not the only one who did not like this movie. So I would say absolutely it is definitely a 2 thumbs down, and I really like Anne Hathaway, but not even her could save this movie. It's really just bad. Speaking of another bad movie. Okay. this mummy movie. Okay, so the plot of this movie is this young girl, young Katie, who is played by Emily Mitchell, is taken from her family, lured out by this mysterious woman who offers her candy. I mean, don't we tell kids not to go with strangers? So there's your first mistake. Okay, we now, find her 8 years later in a sarcophagus in Egypt. But only because it was being flown out of its temple where it was, and it was going somewhere else. So basically they were going to hide the sarcophagus. But because the plane crashed, it was there. But it wasn't just a normal sarcophagus, it was a really weird sarcophagus that nobody understood what it was. And of course they opened it up and there's the little girl, which is not so little anymore. Okay, so am I losing you yet? Because trust me, I wanted to lose myself. We have the parents. Jack Reiner plays Charlie. Laia Costa plays Larissa. Those are the parents. We also get a grown-up version, or the mummy version of Katie, played by Natalie Grace. Her brother Sebastian, played by Shiloh Moline, and Billy Roy plays her younger sister. So, okay, I've said that little Katie gets taken away. And so now the parents obviously take her home and they try to make her feel better. They try to get her to, get back to normal. She is grotesquely scratched and her bones are brittle and she looks like she's been dead for 8 years. Yeah, there's no way of coming back from this. It really is not. So, as the parents try, she starts to infect the family. She takes control of her younger sister and her older brother. And, man, just absolute chaos starts happening, as one would expect from a movie like this. It finally culminates at the end when she kills her grandmother, sends her out a window, and then her body gets absolutely torn up by wolves who just appear out of nowhere. But they have an open casket for the funeral. Where's the body at this point? Wow, how did they cover this up? Like, again, there's just so many silly, stupid things in this movie. Again, why? And of course, here's the ending. At the funeral, the brother, sister, and Katie start to be as one, and they are trying to kill the parents and anyone else who's at the funeral, basically. Man, it's just a wild, wild thing. So, finally we get to the end where we figure out that somebody has to take the host of this so that Katie can live. Well, of course, the dad's going to sacrifice himself. So he does. He takes on the black mucus of death and winds up, saving her, but basically becoming the mummy. Wild. But plot twist at the end. So the woman that kidnapped the little girl, Katie, is in an institution because she was arrested. This is Layla Kyle, played by May Eganty. I don't know. Again, missing that. Oh, actually, no. She was the one that got arrested. Veronica Falcon plays Carmen Santiago. But the magician is the one that is being held. Hayat Camille. So we actually get to see how she transformed into the mummy, and it's a very sickening ceremony that they did to the girl. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, she's arrested, and they figure what goes around comes around. Plot. They take the father inside the room, they close the door, and some screaming, and that's about it. Again, there's just a lot to not go through, because I think both of these movies are just absolutely not very good. Audience scores were pretty low for this one as well. I will see how both of these movies go for next weekend. I have a feeling that The Mummy will fall out of top 5. I really do. Unless there were people out there that liked it. So if you were one of the people that saw it and liked it, let me know why you liked it. Because I cannot see many people really liking this film. Or I will say loving this film. Like is kind of strong in that regard. Because sometimes you can like a film but not really love a film. You know what I'm trying to say here? Like, you could watch it again if you had to, so you liked it, but you really didn't love it. Like, if you loved it, you watch it over and over again. But both of these movies I cannot recommend. I cannot. Thumbs down. Both movies. Again, just the plot alone. Just randomly, this little girl gets taken out of her backyard, and she's found in a sarcophagus 8 years later, and we think that she's going to recover right away. I just, mind-boggling to me. I mean, great, she's alive, but really, was she though? So, alright, so that is my quick reviews of both of these movies. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I've got Watch or Skip coming up as well this week. I've got a ton more stuff, including shorts, and probably some more trailer reactions. If you've seen some of them and you like them, or if you're just skipping over them, let me know. Like, are the reactions okay, or is it just films that you just don't really care about? I'd love some feedback on that, so maybe I will just do selective trailers. Maybe that's what I need to do. But again, can't recommend either one of these movies. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where I came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. 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 Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.